I feel like such a nerd though, spending money on Warhammer. Like, I know I am, but like, you know, I do feel like such a nerd. Have a good one, program. Take care. Good night. Thank you for watching. I did see that, Shy Guy. Yeah, pretty funny. What do you mean meme, by the way? Fully accurate. Somebody put me in the same list as Max Specs, Clem, and Raynor. I don't see the meme, actually. Yeah, but 3D printing is an entirely different hobby, man. If you want to be a 3D printer, you can do that. I'm sure it's very fun, but it doesn't really appeal to me, if that makes sense. But I know for a lot of people that's what they love to do. I feel like 3D printing might be more expensive than miniature painting. Like, I know a lot of people get into 3D printing to try and like save money on miniature painting. But I don't know if you will actually in the long run save any money. Wouldn't be surprised if 3D printing is just an entirely different rabbit hole. What's good on Dyer? How are you, dude? Sorry, that's me. That is me. Yeah, but I don't really want to be a 3D printer. That's kind of the thing. What about, right? What about I stream this every once in a while on Twitch? And then Games Workshop is like, yo, you want to have free stuff? Because that's what happened with games. I used to buy a lot of games. I still buy a lot of games for the stream, obviously, but sometimes companies reach out to me and they're like, yo, do you want to have the game for free? And I'm like, oh my God, I was going to buy it myself. That would be the backup plan. I think that's a good plan, no? What about I mix these two colors together? I know it's a little weird to mix contrast paints with acrylics, but maybe it's fine. It was really fun, Dyer. Yeah, I had a great time. Oh, that works wonderfully. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna mix contrast paints and regular paints together. I just had an epiphany. I mean, it's no longer a contrast paint, but the color matching is much easier this way. Okay. What do we think of the cloak, guys? It's a bit shiny at the minute, but I think we whipped that up pretty fast, pretty easy. Can't complain. No, I haven't seen a ton of the matches, Dyer, but it kind of works out for me because now I can, you know, cast them on stream and actually know what happened. Speaking of casting individual games, I need to go ahead and upload one of the videos real quick. Hey, sir. Oh, cool. I casted the grand finals today, and I rendered that out like an hour ago. And it's done rendering. I actually still have the chat open as well on my other monitor. and the microphone reaches all the way across. So I can still read what you're writing, chat. Hey, you're never safe. You think I can't see you? Think again. Upload video. I already pre-wrote the title and the description, so I can just copy paste that. The only downside of this microphone is that I have to remember taking it off whenever I go to, like, I don't know, the bathroom. That would be awkward. That would be weird. Okay, thumbnails. StarCraft 2. 8 minutes to upload the video. Nice. And then it's up to the YouTube gods. Will the YouTube gods be nice and process my video rapidly? Or will they say, no, Lowko, not today. Today we are gonna take 6 hours processing the video that sometimes we do in 5 minutes. Good acoustics? Oh, could you hear a noticeable difference, me walking into that room? Because I did sound treat that room, not this one. Can you notice an obvious difference? I guess so. Hey, thank you, Cardigan. Slightly? Okay. I think these microphones are not bad, actually. Ready for the new WoW expansion? Ooh, no, I'm not planning on playing WoW, I'm sorry. I have played a lot of World of Warcraft in my days. But I don't really find myself caring anymore, I'm afraid. But you enjoy it, no? I'm sure there will be tons of people streaming it. Anybody here who's really hyped for the WoW expansion? Back in my days, I played WoW. Yep, basically what I'm saying, mate. I think WoW is pretty fun, but I have lost interest in it. Trying to tidy up some of the specific ones. You can't get into WoW anymore? Yeah, I get that. The Pandaria remix ends today. Pandaria remix sounded pretty fun. I don't really understand exactly how it worked, but it was like a reset, but everybody was playing the Pandaria world instead, right? You can't do monthly subscriptions anymore? You know what really threw me off about World of Warcraft, man? I know it's very profitable, and I get that it's a great idea for monetization, but I think I was kind of done with WoW when they started selling mounts in-game. I hate it so much. I know it's very popular, I know it's cool, blah blah blah. But I spent so much time in World of Warcraft grinding for rare mounts. Like, I was so happy when they added the Ashes of Alar. Or sorry, when I finally got the Ashes of Alar. And now it kind of feels like you can just spend 20 bucks on the game and, you know, you get the cool mounts for spending money. And I know performance-wise it doesn't matter, right? But like, ultimately World of Warcraft is kind of a game where the end game is about cosmetics that you earn in the game, and you know, people actually know they're rare. But now they have so many of those bot mounts in the game that whenever I do play WoW, I have no idea which ones are purchased and which ones are actually cool. I'm sure if you play, you would know the differences, and it's not a big deal, but I find it so lame how you can buy the coolest looking stuff for money. I don't know. Plus, I mean, it's already an expensive ass game to play. It's already not cheap. Just bothers me. I get 100% of my MMORPG fix by playing RuneScape. I feel like RuneScape is better than WoW in almost every way. It's very good. I just realized there's a little section of his cape I never painted on this side. I don't play a ton of RuneScape at the moment, but I still think it's a much more fun game. What I really like about RuneScape is that you just you can just drop in and out and you don't really miss anything critical. Like, I feel like every time I feel like playing World of Warcraft, it feels like I am weeks behind everything, you know? That's just the core concept of the game. Like, that's just how the game is made and how it's played and all that, and I get that, but as soon as a new RuneScape patch hits, all of the other stuff is, like, all the old stuff is still relevant. Whereas I feel like with World of Warcraft, as soon as a new patch hits, now all the shit that you have is no longer very, very useful. It's a personal preference, but... What's up, Fluffy Man? How are you doing, dude? $68. Welcome, welcome. I just started painting Imotekh. I remember when we all jumped into Diablo 4 with Lowko, played for some time and gone. Yep. That's partially also due to me though, but also certainly because Diablo 4 was very lame in the endgame when it first released. There wasn't anything interesting going on there. I want to do a little bit of metallic painting. I think I'm going to let the green dry for a bit. I'm actually going to just blow dry it for a second. Prepare your low hots. Here we go. I made the emojis in the chat bigger, by the way. Can you tell? The on-screen chat emojis are bigger than they were. Is this a rerun? Are you from the future? Yo, big day. Big day. We're visited by a time traveler. What's up, time traveler, Goat Lord? Huge. Using some synthetic brushes. This one is an animal hair brush, but this one is a synthetic. I haven't used this one before, but I wanted to give it a shot. This is, I think it's €1.50 for this brush. I figured for metallics, it's probably a good idea not to destroy my good brushes, you know? So there's little scarabs on his cloak. I don't know if you can see them. There's like little tiny scarabs crawling around. No, I won't. I gotta try and not touch my my green stuff while painting in the little scarabs. This is a 40k mini, yeah. I honestly have no idea who Imotekh is. Does anybody have an understanding of who Imotekh is? Imotekh the Stormlord? I'm guessing he's a famous warrior, because that's what somebody in the chat said earlier, I believe. I don't really know much about Necrons. Good morning, Argyle, or Beinstein. Beinsterk. How are you? Can you believe that it's already getting dark again, guys? 7 p.m? It's raining, it's getting dark. I like this. Not that long ago, it was still fucking light at like 11 p.m. Or at least that's what it felt like. Much better like this, dude. The handle I'm using, oh, it's just like it's like a painting handle. They sell many of them, many of the different ones. So basically there's like a little bit of, you can take this off. So it's kind of nice if you want to like paint a couple. So like you can, for example, put like another one on there. And the way this works is there's like it's like a plastic tube with some of the sticky, it's kind of like the stuff you put posters on the wall with. And you can just take that off and it comes off cleanly. It's kind of nice. You know Europeans are antisocial when they hate sunlight? Not Europeans. People in the Netherlands love it, dude. Look, I like going to bed when it's dark. I don't love it when it's very light outside when I go to bed. I can't be the only one. Sun-hating nerds. That's me. I am the sun-hating nerd. What time is sunset, or sun, yeah, what time is sunset, Beinsterk, where you're at? Does it set again? Yeah, blackout curtains are OP, I agree. Okay, let me ask the question again. When is the next sunset where you live? So for Beinsterk, he lives so far up north that the sun doesn't set at all. It just doesn't set for months. They say it's, okay, it's half 10 or half to 10, okay. But I guess it doesn't set. It probably is just hanging out close to the horizon for a few hours before coming back up. It's still bright out at midnight. It's just hanging out. Sunrise at 5. That's not too bad. Tiny, tiny little scarabs, dude. It's bad when you work a night shift. Don't you always work night shifts? Nah, I do personally like it quite a bit when it's like autumn time, you know? I know a lot of people have like a favorite season. I don't know if I would say that like cold and rain is my favorite season, but I don't hate it. A lot of people do. A lot of Dutch people love the sun because it isn't very sunny for a long time. Like it is sunny for a few weeks tops and then it, you know, gets back to this. It's still quite warm though. It's still like above 20 degrees. You're gonna nag your boss to death if you don't get a promotion? A brave and bold build order. Nagging your boss for a promotion sounds like a bad build. Keyword nagging. I'm gonna do the same to this stream. Lowko, give me mod. That's smart. You think having a promotion to moderator would make you good? Is it a promotion to moderator actually? Because it's not just, the idea is not so much that you just ban people randomly, Rumpus. I have not, Dexel, no. No pay, no food, no sleep. You do make it sound like an upgrade. Dude, this guy has tiny little fucking scarabs on his back. And I can't even really see them well. Sorry, I can't show you guys this on stream. There's one, you see him? You see that son of a scarab? Tricky part is when your eyes can't both see it at the same time because you can't get focus. All right, there's one more. Lowko needs glasses? No, it's mostly that my eyeballs can't go around corners, man. Can your eyes go around corners? That's amazing. That's a superpower I've never heard anybody bring up. Everybody wants to be invisible. Everybody wants to be able to fly if they could choose a superpower. What about being able to look around corners? Okay. With an endoscope, you can. Fair. You want the superpower being rich? So you can buy all the Warhammer miniatures, right? Red Panda, isn't that the goal? Buy all the Warhammer miniatures, dude. The whole library. And all the waifus? Ay, ay, ay. That does sound pretty hype. Okay, let me see. Okay, so we want to do a little bit of a dab of Black Templar on every single one of the heads of the scarabs. There's actually a tiny little splotch that I've made. I know, embarrassing. Don't make fun of me. Whoa, is that my own hair? Sick. Sorry for the jump scare. Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Thort? Did you build your V Rising castle? You were planning something big. I haven't seen any pictures though. Maximum Foss was the shortest Space Marine, around 6 feet rather than 8. He compensated his stature by getting so buff, his captain had to tell him to stop because they had to adjust his power armor multiple times. Holy shit, dude. That guy was only 6 feet tall. Embarrassing. That sounds like a crazy story. It sounds like a Warhammer story for sure. You have to work, so you can't really build your okay, I see. I'm almost finished with the book Legion, the Warhammer Horus Heresy Legion. It has been one of the best books that I've read so far in the Warhammer world for sure. Very fun. A significant part of that book is about humans. Isn't that insane? Regular humans. How cringe. I gotta do a little bit of Black Templar. I already prepared the paints I was gonna need, dude. I lined them up right over here. Huge. And I want to try and add these on top of the heads, and then where ultimately the little glowy bits are going to be. The glowy bits on this they have to be quite small. So what's nice is that this is a transparent paint, meaning that they should still be quite shiny, regardless of the Black Templar. It's just darker. How does an Astartes get more buff though? Do they just work out? I thought they all worked out all the time. Voss was so good in everything, his teammates made jokes by saying the only thing he couldn't do was fit in narrow spaces. Wait, is this like a character from books, Daxel? Because I haven't heard of this character, but he sounds fun. Oh, cool. Cool. Cloak's coming along quite nicely, guys. I cannot complain. I think we're gonna do a little bit more tidying up. Try to create a slightly more equal shape or even shape in some of these places. What's going on, Mr. Maps? Missed you as a commentator for StarCraft? Oh, I was doing the EWC Central stream, dude. It was a different broadcast. This is way too dark. Okay. You know what I saw one person do, guys? Speaking of eating paint, right? So you know how sometimes when you make a little smudge, you can wipe it off with your finger? I saw this in a YouTube video of somebody who was like, he made a mistake and he had to fix it, but it was in like a little crevice, like an area where it's kind of difficult to dip your finger in. Guess what he did? He licked off the paint. Speaking of eating paint. Ay, 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 ay. What a champ. Yeah, eating paint, dude. That's where it's at, apparently. Yeah, I did StarCraft 2, but then on a different channel. So a slightly different channel, Red Panda. Basically a very newbie stream. So for people that weren't too familiar with StarCraft 2. It was actually really fun. I got to teach people how to play StarCraft. And essentially the EWC Central stream is the main stream of the Esports World Cup. And the way it's set up, it's like a television show. So it's running Thursday through Sunday during the EWC. And it's kind of like the channel that you watch if you want to stay up to date with everything. So like say for example, you watch the Olympics. You don't usually watch the gymnastics channel. You know what I mean? You instead watch like the main channel where everything is watched. Now at this point, it seems like there's a lot of people that are tuning in specifically to each game that they want to watch, right? Rather than watch one general stream. But it was set up in such a way that it's kind of like a television show. So it ran extremely smoothly. Like the entire concept is very cool. I think it's very, it has a ton of potential for sure. Apparently the Arabic version, so they had like an Arabic version of the same broadcast too. Apparently that one is broadcasting all over the Middle East. So when they first asked me for it, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect, right? I was like, okay, yeah, they're asking me for the EWC Central stream. Like, what do I do, right? Because I don't cast games there as I would normally. They're like, yeah, no, we just need somebody to explain StarCraft 2 and to try and make it understandable for an audience that normally doesn't watch StarCraft 2. So that's what I tried doing. And from what I understand, we got quite a few people excited into the game. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, exactly. With the Olympics, if you only watched gymnastics, you would have missed the incredible Australian breakdancer. So the channel I was on was youtube.com/EWC and twitch.tv/EWC. And then I think there was like a pay-per-view television show or something that some people watched as well. I'm not exactly sure how that works. But initially I wasn't entirely sure if it was a compliment that they asked me or not, you know, because I was like, okay, maybe I can cast, maybe I can do this instead. We'll see how it works out, I guess. But no, they specifically asked for me, which is pretty cool. I think they must have seen my YouTube videos or somebody recommended that I would be good for it. And I think I did a decent job. Which I think is pretty nice though. It's fun to explain the game. I think I want to do a brighter color up here too. Okay. It's hard to make a color brighter. It's much easier to make a color darker. would like to make a couple more bright spots over here, but it's a little bit tricky. Does the gradient make sense though? So the idea is that the brightest colors are the ones that would hit the light, right? So like imagine the light coming from the top. The parts that are in the shade should also be the darkest. It's a little difficult to stay within the lines. Like elementary school all over again. Gotta paint all the shapes within the lines. Yeah, I think most people have seen that one, right? The Australian breakdancer. She was great. I think I could do I mean, my breakdancing skills are unparalleled, but I think it would be a close call. Oh, this one is a meme? Oh, okay. I can't really click on it very easily on this setup. Last time I clicked on like browser links while I was streaming from this setup, it broke a bunch of my shit. It didn't work well. Thank you, Kozan. It'll look a little bit better when we're done dry brushing. Exactly, Thort. Dangerous, man. Before you know, it's a belly button tattoo, which is not what I saw. When I first clicked the belly button tattoo. Okay. Okay. We'll have to dry brush it. I am going to use Grotesque Green. I actually picked the wrong green. Yeah, a slightly darker version. Gotta shake it. We've actually done the majority of the cloak already. Kinda nice. I'm gonna dry brush it, maybe tidy up a couple of bits. I'll have to do a very gentle dry brush though. I hope I'm not gonna fuck this up. I'll make sure that this thing is fully dried up. Prepare your low hots. Nicely done, Thort. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, you deleted the one message that was messed up? I see. I thought for a second there was a fight between the Romanians in the chat. Okay. I've got basically no paint on my brush. So the idea is with a dry brush you can kind of help out all of the individual raised edges. I can do a little bit more. I'm also using it on the scarabs, which I think is fine. Okay. How much 40k painting have I done? Not a ton. I don't paint armies, so I'm mostly just doing specific minis that I think look cool. And I seem to like the Age of Sigmar minis more than the sculpts from Age of Sigmar are really cool. So this is a 40k mini, but I do tend to just paint whichever mini I like the look of more. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more of a brighter color still. Lowko does Warhammer? A little bit. A little bit. That's me. Sorry, I don't know how to mute that sound. That is my email, chat, not yours. Don't mean to make you excited that you finally have a new email to answer. I don't know how to mute that sound effect. I looked into it, but not very long. Read it fast, maybe from the Nigerian prince. It's no worries, Thort. I already gave him my credit card details. And he'll be sending me my share of the family wealth soon enough. You can really tell that I have a little bit of Nigerian prince in me. Okay. What do we think of the cloak? Oh yeah, Kazi. I'm thinking about covering it with one more coat of Poxwalker. It's gonna shade it down a bit, but I wonder if it might look a little bit nicer. There's a couple of squares that I don't love the look of though. There's a couple over here that I don't like very much. Yeah, maybe like a very thinned down boxwalker. And like really let it run into the recesses a bunch. It would reduce the effect slightly, but I think it would be fine, to be honest. I could add Mario pixel art to his cloak. Yeah, we could do many things, Kozen. I don't know about that one in particular, but hey, thank you for thinking along. Mario and Luigi. We're finally alone. Yeah. You think, by the way, the overbrush can be muted? It can be muted. Oh yeah, no, it's just that I'm looking at some of the spots and I don't love it entirely. I think I'm gonna do like a very diluted shade. I will do a little bit more blow drying, chat. A little bit more hair dryer. Last hair dryer of the stream. You ready? That was hot. Yeah, no, it's already, the excitement is starting to wear off. The novelty is no longer that interesting, huh? Tough audience, it's okay. Okay, so it's just a very diluted shade. I have to make sure I actually don't really tilt it too much, because I think the paint might run off of the cloak if I'm not careful. I want it to settle in the recesses, obviously. But if I tilt it a little too far, it might run. So in the like, I live in a planet called Earth, right? It's called Earth, and we have this force that might not be as obvious on your planet, and it's called gravity. And gravity, it holds me down, dude. It really lets me down sometimes too. So when I use a very diluted paint, I have to be a little concerned about such things. We'll just have to let it dry like this, I think. You've never heard of it? Yeah, probably not relevant on your planet. Yeah, maybe I can go into like the system settings or something and delete it. Okay. Yo, Nasimble.
Low Clown.
Low Clown? It is me, Low Clown. Thank you. Thank you for your 70-month resub. Yeah, we're gonna stop it here. I'll have to soak up some of the excess. It's very easy to keep going. Who's my longest running subscriber? D the Hunter. Dita Hunter has been subscribed for longer than I've been alive for, Nasimble. He was already subscribed before I was born. It's creepy. I don't know how he did it, but that's the fact of the matter. He's at like over 10 years. He's a time traveler, yeah. Much like that guy in the chat who asked if this was a rerun. Yeah, he was born before I was subscribed. Wait. Anyways. I gotta add a little bit of glowy glow. A little bit of glowy glow on the little scarabs. This paint has also separated a little bit, guys. My god, today we get all the sound effects. I'm sorry. Is it annoying? I don't know. I could just turn off my microphone, but I feel like it's a feature, not a bug. All right. So many tools today, dude. We have blow dryers, we've got shakers. What don't we have? Okay, so this is a very glowy paint. At least that's the idea. It's okay if it runs into the recesses and whatnot a little bit. But there's these little circular little thingies on the backs